Well, that's about as poorly as we can play and coach. So we got a lot of work to do. We got a bye week, and we got a lot to figure out. That was very disappointing. I'll try to help you with any questions you may have.
Greg, what went into the decision to play Evan? 2 touchdowns, 4:47 left. That's really not a spot where you usually yank a starting quarterback.
We didn't yank him. He went to the injury tent. Yeah, Noah couldn't go.
Is he okay long term?
Don't know yet.
Greg, the total penalties, I think it was 11. I guess the delay of game specifically, and then the sideline infraction. Can you address those two?
What would you like to know about him, Keith?
What happened on the sideline interference?
One of the coaches hit into the official when he was trying to come up to make a play. He was in the white area where you're not supposed to be.
Wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay. And then the delay games, which has happened on the 4th and 3, where it looked like you were going for it. It looked like you were trying to get some substitutions in. Is that unacceptable at that point?
Totally unacceptable. Yep.
And then the 11 penalties overall, same thing. I mean, before this week, I mean, it seemed like you guys were pretty good in that category, but, is that another area where, you're just going to have to go back and look and assess?
Well, we've been trending the wrong direction, so you could say we've been doing well, but we were doing really well at the beginning of the year. We were number one in the country in penalties, and then it's kind of gone like this. And then today we fell off a cliff, whether it was DPIs, whether it was sideline infractions, whether it was delay of games. Once we didn't have the right people on the field, we weren't going to use the timeout at that point. We were going to go for the field goal, and I wasn't certain. I just felt like we needed to go for it and score there. But once we made an error in our substitution, I wasn't going to use the timeout. It was too close of a game, and I think it was 4th and 3. It wasn't a 4th and 1 or something like that. So.
What are you seeing from the tackling?
Inconsistency, yeah. We've been a better tackling team since we've been back, with a lot of the same guys. So I have to really examine why. Yeah, that's one of the good things we can do next week is figure it out. It's very disappointing, though. My hat is off to Northwestern. They had a bye, and they got some things straightened out, and then we contributed. So when that happens, they had an opportunity to win a game, and they took advantage of it.
Greg, I guess what went to your decision to reinstate Max and Chris, and I guess what happened with Max and what's his status moving forward?
Well, as the statement said, I gathered information, and we felt that it was appropriate to return now to the team, and we believed it was appropriate.
And Max moving forward, do you have an update on his status? Was he got dinged up? Max got dinged up. He left the game.
He did. No, I don't know yet how serious it is.
Greg,
But he missed the whole game, and it happened early.
222 total yards and just 7 points. None in the second half. I mean, just where do you go from here from an offensive standpoint?
Well, we certainly have to assess where we are and why we're here, and see what we can do to fix it. Some of it is personnel, some of it is scheme, some of it is organization, execution. There's a whole bunch of reasons, Keith. If it was one, it'd be easy. But, yeah, that's what we have. We have some time to work on that, and we're going to.
Could it be a quarterback? Could you consider making a quarterback change?
Oh, I think we really got to look hard. It's, again, I said it at the beginning of the year. We'll go as far as our offensive line will allow us to go. And, you've seen we're trying different combinations. We're trying to find an answer there. And we also have to look at ourselves and say, are we doing things that they're capable of doing? And, it's certainly going to stink having a loss in your mouth for 2 weeks. But it's an opportunity for us to assess everything and really drill down on where we need to and how we need to improve.
Could the bye week be a good time to kind of accelerate Gavin?
There's a lot of things, Keith, that we need to look at. So let me do it, and then when we do it, I'll let you know.
Starting Ireland was just trying to the combinations, as you said.
Yeah, Cedrice played a lot today. It's not like we weren't banishing him. It's not like he played that poorly. I want to be fair to everybody to have a chance. If it's not going well, can we do better with someone else? And I can't even tell you. I know this. Nothing looked really easy out there, so I'm sure there was not a lot of great line play, but I'll look at it, and we all will. We'll get to a solution. I'm sorry.
So do you have to reassess the kicking situation? This is a couple of misses now for Val.
It is a couple of misses. Yeah, I gotta sit with him and figure out what's going on. I'm not technically, I know enough to be dangerous. I'm not a technical expert with kickers, but we will assess that as well. He's a very talented young man. Right now, it's probably something we gotta really drill down on and figure out where and why.
How much do you guys need this bye week too? Because obviously you're banged up. Several players are down. I mean, how much do you guys need this?
Yeah, it's critical. It's tough. I knew going into the game that we were kind of hanging on, right? You had a lot of guys, we lost Sutton for the year, and O'Neal really couldn't play. He was here for emergency only, in an area where we're struggling to have two of the starters not there. So I knew we were struggling there a little bit, and there's guys that really gutted it out today that are playing with things that are very uncomfortable, but they were doing it to win. So I knew that we were kind of on the other end of the spectrum because they had that week in the bye, but I just was hopeful that we could gut it out and chop right through it and then get the break. But that's not the way it went. So, but we're 3-4, and we got a break, and then we come back and we have 5 games. So there's a lot of football left to play, and I'm excited about this team. I'm excited about the staff. We got to get some things fixed. I'm not excited about some of the errors we made today. But at the end of the day, that's me. That falls on me because I'm the head coach, and everybody reports to me. So when we have errors, I gotta go back and figure out why and see if I can't help them fix it.
Final question. Avery Young was also an emergency guy.
Emergency, he was here but could not play. Tyreek Maddox-Williams could not play. So I knew where we were, and like I said, there's some guys that played with things that showed how tough they were, really. But we definitely need, we need a chance to mend up and as well as study what we're doing. And we're not going to overreact. Sometimes you can do that. We're going to really assess it factually and then make some recommendations and move forward. All right, thanks, guys. Have a safe trip home.